All right. You all know what I look like, so I don't need to put my mug on the screen here. Um, I've been asked about. We're getting to that time in the semester, and I understand you're wondering how to calculate your grades. First of all, do not look at total points. These are weighted grades. Total points mean zippity doo dah. All right, because one exam. I mean, look at this. Your top three exams are worth 45% of your grade. Your entire homework grade is only worth 15% of your grade. So one exam has the same weight as all of those homework points, all of those. So that does so the now the points you earned are important because we calculate it by everything is done by percents. Okay, and here is from the syllabus. Here's the breakdown of what each thing is worth. All right, so the two trickiest things that you're going to have to figure out are God dang it, getting all this crap. Why am I getting these freaking notifications? I don't want them. All right. Let me see if I can turn this off. And I don't want to have to start this stuff over again. Let's quit that. Yeah, I was getting ready to okay, just all right. I was getting ready to talk to Emily there. Emily Davis was asking me the question. All right, and it's a legitimate question, and it's a good question. So, but here you go. So, I'm not gonna actually look at somebody's grade and compute it for them. I'm just gonna give you an example. All right. So let's say you had six homework assignments. All right. So you had six homework assignments. You got a 60 out of 65 on the first one. You got a so you add. You got a 70 out of 70 on the next one. You got a 40 out of 50 on the next one. You got a 48 out of 56 on the next one. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, you got a 30 out of 33 on the next one, and you got a 50 out of 50 on the last one. All right. So what you do is you take what these percentages are. Let me show you. So what you do is you take, all right, so you take 60 out of 65. Yeah, it's a pain. This is why I have Blackboard do it. Plus 70 divided by 70 plus, I mean, back in the day, we had to do this by hand. I mean, and it wasn't that long ago back in the day, like early 90s. Plus, luckily, I was teaching high school then, and we kind of had late 90s. So you couldn't be real fancy. You figured out how to do your grade so that total points would work. Um, but now we can do this with weighted, so divided by 50. Okay, so there we go. There's all so now I'm going to add up, and this will give me a percent, or it'll give me there we go. So I've got what does that add up to? 5.48 divided 5.48. Okay. So those are all my percents added up, divided by the six items. Divided by six. Boom. So I got a 91% on my homework. So 91%, I got a 91% on my homework grade. It's worth 15% of my grade. So I take times 0.15 because it's worth 15% of my grade. So on the homework, I basically got, as you can see here, 14%. Okay? So homework, I got a 14% out of 15%. Not bad. Quizzes, on the quizzes, since some of them were worth 20 points because I forgot to change them and all that kind of stuff, again, total points don't matter. If you did a quiz, you got full credit. So count up the number of quizzes that you did. Let's say you did 20 quizzes, and you can make them each worth 1 point. It wouldn't matter because all of them are 100%. If you did it, you either got it, you did it, or you didn't, and you got to drop three of them. I think one, two, or three of them. So let's say you had kind of spotty attendance and you actually missed 2 classes, and so out of that, out of those two, so we've got 18 quizzes, and you showed up for 16 of them, or that you to get credit for. So that would be 16 out of 18 on the quizzes because you exceeded, you missed 5 times. All right. So therefore, if we had 23 quizzes and you get a miss 3, that means they're out of 20. Okay, or whatever. So you got a 16 out of 18. So take 16 divided by 18. And we've got 0.88 on your quiz grade. And again, we multiply that by 0.05. And so your quiz grade comes out to be, so out of the 5% that you could have gotten, you got a 4.4%. Not bad. Lab grades were 20% of your grade. Let's say you get a 96 out of 100 on lab times 0.2. So you take 96 divided by 100 times 0.2. Or I could have just said 96 times 0.2. I want to make sure. Hold on. Yeah. So you got 19.2% on your lab grade. All right, so your 3 exams, and I gave all the exams in percentages. So let's say you've got 70%, all your exam grades are 78% and 85%. Those are your top 3 exam grades. So you'd add all those up, 70 plus 78 plus 85, and divide that by 3. So this equals 233 divided by 3 equals 77, almost 78% is your exam grades times 0.45. So you take the 78 times 0.45, and that will give you 35. 35% of your grade is now your exam grade. Okay? All right, now you take the final, you do okay. Let's say you get an 86 on the final. So you take that, multiply by 0.15. So you get an 86 times 0.15, and that will give you almost 13%. So this might be, so now we'll add up the grades. We got 14 plus 4.4 plus 19.2 plus 35 plus 13 for the final. Okay, so those are, here is the homework grade, here's the quiz grade, here's the lab grade, here's the test grade percentage, and here's the final percentage. Okay, press enter. Boom, 85.86%. A minus. Woohoo! All right. Because that's the other thing too. Some of you are going, well, here's the grading scale. Look at that. You're golden. Most of you are golden. Most of you are going to pass this class pretty good. You know what? Most of you are over 70%, so there you go. And I'll pass this out to you, and I'll include this in the thing. Okay? Out here.